manches. ¿Por qué chingados? ¡Ay, no!
This next story comes from Sarah, who was working a late-night cleaning shift inside an old asylum building, completely alone. As the night wore on, she began to hear unsettling noises echoing through the hallways. Nervous, she took out her phone and started recording. Watch closely.
Otra vez se están escuchando muchos ruidos. Oigan, ¿de dónde viene ese ruido? Se escucha como que gritaran, como si hablaran. No es nadie. Se escucha que grita. Creo que es de acá. Oiga, hay veces que se oyen las sillas de ruedas que caminan, que hablan. ¿Qué podrá ser? Ay, ¿qué podrá ser? ¡Ay, no! ¿Qué es eso? ¡Ay, no! Ahora sí, mire algo. No puede ser. No puede ser, ¿escucharon? Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad. Tengo que ir. No abre el pinche elevador. Les había dicho que se escucha mucho ruido. Voy a tener que ir por mi hija. ¡Abre! No abre. No está abriendo el elevador.
A whisper chills the air, faint but clear. I see you. Moments later, a food storage cart slides eerily across the floor, on its own. And at the same time, the elevator she'd been using stops working. Just days later, around 3 a.m. at home, Sarah was startled awake by strange sounds.
No mames. No sé si pueden escuchar. El bote de la basura. Ching. Y el pinche bote de la basura se abre y se cierra solo. Aquí se... Oye. ¿Qué podrá ser? No mames. ¿Qué ching? Oh, ¿qué es? ¿Qué chingados es? ¡Ay! Se escucha. ¿Qué es eso? El pinche bote de basura se está abriendo y cerrando solo. No manches. ¿Por qué chingados está haciendo eso?
This time, her phone captured her bathroom trash can lid, slowly lifting by itself. While it might seem minor, Sarah's family fears that something could have followed her home from work, and this could be just the beginning. Real haunting or something else? That's for you to decide. A woman named Kelly shared a string of unsettling videos her brother had filmed in his own home. Living alone, he'd been dealing with unexplained poltergeist activity that only grew more intense over time. Mediums he consulted suspected a haunted object might be hidden somewhere inside the house, though he had no idea what or where it might be. To investigate, he set up cameras throughout the home. One night, the living room camera captured something chilling. Small orbs drift across the screen. A door opens by itself, and moments later, a dark mist floats through the room. The next day, while working at his PC, the lights in one room suddenly dimmed before the door slammed shut on its own. Soon after, his cat mysteriously vanished inside the house. While searching, he filmed through a small opening in a door and caught what looked like a dark figure, which vanished as the door slowly closed.
Felix! Felix!
In another chilling moment, he snapped a photo from his bedroom, capturing what appeared to be a tall, shadowy figure on the stairs. Moments later, when he checked, the staircase was empty. Kelly's brother still hasn't discovered which object might be to blame, but he's determined to figure it out before the haunting becomes something far worse. An online creator, known as Captain Casket, shared a chilling personal experience. After nearly a year of quiet living, his home began to feel different. Not long after he received some particularly eerie funeral collectibles from a friend. Soon, unexplained events followed.
I've lived in this house for probably close to a year now, and I've never had anything happen here. I've never once thought that there was any kind of like haunting stuff going on or ghosts or anything like that. Until a couple weeks ago when I was given these like lab grade like test tube things. And these are like legit Pyrex brand, like super high quality glass, right? Came from a funeral home. So the other day I was up in my bedroom and I started hearing like clinking, and I don't see a move, but I'm hearing. And it's like obviously those. So I didn't think too much about it. And then a few days after that, I start seeing like little shadows in the side of my vision, right? I'm like peeking over while I'm watching TV, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, like my sleep has not been as good. Everything's just been kind of weird, right?
In a video where he described hearing strange voices in his house, a dark shadow figure suddenly glides past his door, something he didn't notice at the time. Moments later, the camera even picks up a faint, eerie voice.
If you've done a lot of like ghost investigation, EVP, analyzing, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that is the quality. Like, that is a perfect example of a disembodied voice.
To rule out simple explanations, he shows there's nowhere for anyone to hide behind the door. The space is packed with funeral relics, and there's no hanger. Days later, while painting, he glimpsed the same shadowy figure upstairs out of the corner of his eye. He quickly grabbed his camera and began recording.
Hello? 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 What the fuck? Who's in there? Oh, fuck.
From that same spot, faint noises echoed out, and as he got closer, the door swung open by itself, startling him enough to leave immediately. Since bringing those funeral objects into his home, Captain Casket fears he may have invited something paranormal inside. Hopefully, he'll keep sharing updates so we can see just how far this haunting goes. On July 6, 2025, Don, a security guard at an old Navy store, shared a puzzling video from his night shift. That evening, he kept an eye on a man in the men's department who looked like he might be shoplifting, but caught something much stranger on camera.
Look right here. Look right here. Right here. Look, watch. What is that? What is that? And it's just gone, bruh. Look at this shit. It's there, and now it's not. It's there, and now it's not, bruh. What is that? Bruh. What is that? What is that? And then it's just gone. Bruh. What is that? One more time. Bruh. What is that? What is that?
As the man browsed the clothing racks, an unexplained shape suddenly appeared in the small gap beside him, almost as if it materialized out of nowhere, before vanishing just as quickly. Don was left stunned, and the man shopping didn't seem to notice anything odd at the time. What could this strange figure have been? Coincidence, camera glitch, or something far stranger? A group of friends ventured into an old, abandoned silo late at night. As they stepped through the darkness, a calm girl's voice floated up from deep below.
Hello? Can you help me? I lost my friends.
Huh?
I lost my friends.
What?
My friend said, can you please help me?
Yo, hold on. Chill.
I can't see.
No, that's a skinwalker, bro. That's a skinwalker.
Where are you guys?
Is you a skinwalker? Go down. You're going down, bro. Are you a skinwalker? This way. Hey. Hold up.
Asking for help and saying she'd lost her friends. But something about the voice felt wrong. It was too calm, too steady for someone supposedly scared and trapped. Suspicious. The group asked if she was a skinwalker. The voice simply repeated, "I lost my friends," in that same unsettling tone. Realizing something wasn't right, they quickly decided to leave rather than see what might be lurking below. With the silo's dark depths hiding who knows what, many believe it could be a mimic or skinwalker waiting in the dark. But what do you think was really down there? In 2012, a woman named Cello bought a rare cult necklace once owned by Aleister Crowley at an estate sale. Around that time, she also struggled with addiction. Since then, her life has been plagued by strange, unexplained events. But on June 5, 2025, things turned far more sinister. While washing dishes, Cello heard strange noises echoing from down the hallway. Feeling uneasy, she started recording with her phone. What she captured is deeply unsettling.
Okay, I'm so crazy, right? Here you go. Baby's terrified. Hold on.
I know. You're okay. You're okay.
Loud knocking echoes from the corridor. And then, without warning, the door at the far end begins to slam open and shut violently. The camera itself shakes and distorts, as though something unseen is manipulating it. Cello's dog, clearly terrified, bolts out of the room. What frightens Cello most is that her dog always reacts with fear during these incidents. She's convinced that whatever dark force is behind this has latched onto her, and no matter where she goes, it refuses to let go.